Hey everybody, it's Craftmaster here back with another episode of Big Craftmaster Plays Minecraft, and today we're not getting off to the best start when it comes to fighting the weather. No, we're not. This is bad. This is very bad. This is very bad. This is very bad. Very bad indeed. We're out in the middle of no man's land. He's going to see us in a minute. He's going to see me right now. Right, time for my plan B. I need to distract him. Going. No, you come. Oh, that was. Did I hit that back? Oh no. What's he doing? Why am I still holding it, Matt? Why am I not holding my shield? Oh, what the heck? Run away. Let's get some potions of strength. Aggressive gameplay. Is that no? He's making noises. Over there. Oh. How is no damage? Wow. Well, that was utter carnage. Goose, you survived! Oh, you coming home with me? No, wrong way. Come back! There we go. So that was something a little different from the usual. And, yeah. Didn't quite go to plan, but we got the result. Although we did get the wither roses, as well as some other goodies. Some diamonds, and an emerald. Ooh, and what's over there, you say? Well, let me just show you. So by now you guys are probably pretty familiar with this part of the base, and for those of you that aren't, well, this is where we kind of keep more of the rarer items as well as the map room. As I gather more and more of these selected items, then eventually they'll get broken down and moved into deeper storage, but more on that later. If we head off into the right wing of the base, the first thing you're going to see is the bamboo farm. Now this is a pretty basic design, but it still works. And across from that, the same design, we used to have the sugarcane farm here, but I've since stripped that and kind of relocated it. Next is my failed attempt at a melon and pumpkin farm, and yeah, we're going to have to look up a tutorial on this one. Next is the cocoa bean farm. Pretty basic, serves its purpose. And then we've got the old vine farm, but again that's been relocated. Last in the production line of half-arsed farms is the netherwort farm. And then to cap the area off, we've just got the stars of what could be a brand new strip mine. On the left we find the deep storage area, and first thing you'll notice is there's a lot of item frames. Each area has been split up into type, and then all the items are stored in the appropriate sections. Each block's been grouped by its type, relevance or theme, i.e. I've put all the dirt together, all the stone, sand, all the nether sort of blocks. At the back of the deep storage though is our sugarcane farm. Exact same design as a bamboo farm but on a much larger scale, and the fact that it's a modular build will allow for expansion as the base gets bigger. And across from this farm at the back of the deep storage I've made myself a little AFK spot. This is an ideal way to collect sugarcane whilst I'm doing some editing. Next up I've got our banner station as well as a little bit of carpet storage. and this comes with its own cauldron for washing away those happy little accidents. And then we go into the reason why I haven't yet built a super smelter. This farm. Don't get me wrong, this farm is really handy if you're wanting a decent income of wool. However, this thing is iron heavy. If you go with the crazy design that I've got myself, which is 16 sheep, 16 different colours, that's... well, to put this into perspective, let's break down how much iron it'll cost. You're going to need 4 hoppers in 1 cart, so that's 25 iron bars straight away. If you times that by 16, that's 416 iron nuggets. That's a lot of anvils. In fact, I've actually sat and worked it out, so 416 divided by the 31 that it would take to make an iron anvil gives you 13.42 anvils, so just under 13.5 anvils used up to make this farm. But to be honest, it's totally worth the spend. It really is. Once you load this thing up with shears, you just walk away and let it go, and bang, instant supply of wool. And by having one of every colour, then yeah, you can really make yourself a really good wool storage. Well, hello there. I thought I heard you. And we've got an emerald here, so move so I can get into him. Alright, I'm coming in. Hello. Hello there. What you got? Well, I can make that. Can find that. Don't need that. Well... really? I need to get the slabs out. We really need to start slabbing this place off really soon. Anyway, before we cash this nether star in and make ourselves a beacon, there's one thing that's been really bothering me. And I think this calls for some critical analysis. Hey y'all, it's me again, back in for critical analysis. It's just stupid. Anyway, having a look over the footage, it looks as though the wither fires a blue skull, and I deflect it back at the wither with my arrow before I tuck away and hide. And then the next shot takes it down to melee mode, taking a huge chunk of health and saving me a lot of hassle, so win-win. But regardless of the journey, we still arrived at the destination, and because of that, we can create a beacon. Beacon! Yeah. Now time for another confession. I don't actually have the materials to power the beacon, but it'll make for a pretty decent figurehead. Boop. But yeah, whilst we're here, I've got to show you some things. So continuing from where we left off on the beach, I got a bit carried away and started planning out the tavern, which was going really well, and I was getting the materials, and then I just got a bit carried away, and boom! We built it. Yup, it's recap time again. So the only reason why you're getting another one of these thrown at you is because the way I had initially done this tour, it took about half an hour. And then by the time I started editing it, I kind of realised, yeah, this file's pretty much destined for the bins, so here's take 2. Just a kind of starting note though, the build's not 100% complete yet. There's still a lot more I'd want to add, but I'm comfortable enough with where we've got the now, and I'd like to kind of show you guys, and always come back to it later on and finish it off. First thing you'll notice is that the build is made up of 2 parts. You've got, well, the roof, which is a ship, which is upside down and kind of repurposed, and the build around it is the support really, which they've converted into a tavern, and is pretty much like the hot spot for all activity that happens on this island. Again, pretty much inspired by Sea of Thieves. Now I looked up this part, but I don't know how to pronounce it, so the big long pole thing, I think it's called the bowsprit. I've probably just butchered that. And as you can see, this thing just hangs right on over the other merchant tent. Suspended from a grindstone, a lantern. It's not really a grindstone, it's meant to be a repurposed sail, but yeah, stretch of the imagination. The iron bar and fence gate will of course be changed out with chains once the new nether, I've done it again. Once the new nether update comes out. So moving on, and as we approach the tavern, the first thing you're going to see is a small little shelter. And inside that we've got some more littered barrels, chests, plant pots with little trees stuck in them. Just basically all the little kind of bits and pieces that would clutter the sort of pirate island. So the shelter's made up of campfire blocks, which have obviously been extinguished. And to be honest, I really like this design. The only thing I wish I could do is remove the charcoal. So now as we approach the front of the building, you can see that I've made another little canopy, this time using the wool blocks, more beds, and some trapdoors. Taking inspiration from our merchant tents down below obviously, but it really helps give it a design and add some depth. Scattered around the front you can see we've got an assortment of chests, barrels, and randomly a fletching table. And on the other side, well, to be fair, that's been pretty much neglected, so I'm open to inspiration if you guys have got any ideas. So hanging from our long pole thingy, you can see that we've got some banners. The brown one I found on Pinterest. It was a link from Planet Minecraft, the poster was anonymous. If this is yours, thank you, it's amazing. As for the other two, the green and the red one, well, I made them just kind of playing about with ideas. And the kind of thinking I was getting behind it to kind of set up a sort of lore is that the brown one is like the pirate militia that lives in this island, or situated in this island, and the red one could be from a distant land, a potential build in the future. Whereas the green one, like the blue tent and the red and white tent, I thought I'm going to keep them as like universal kind of symbols. I've still got to come up with a really good symbol for each and every one of them, but that's a work in progress. But with all that aside, let's jump into the interior. This is a part of the build that I love the most, I really do. First thing you're going to notice is the custom bar. Using dark oak planks, cartography tables, a lectern and some trapdoors. I really like the design that I captured, and yeah, I just picture this as that wee nook and cranny that you go away and you order your grog from. Behind it we've got another bar, a makeshift keg with a tripwire tap, some sea pickles as cups, and again, yeah, stretched imagination. And then up above that we've got some knickknacks and storage, we've got another copy of our map, and some bookcases. Next to the bar is the fireplace, and I absolutely love it. I love the broken design, the walls, the stairs, the solid blocks, slabs, buttons. Yeah, it really did come together quite well. Behind that, obviously a little bit of terracotta and some other stone brick just kind of shining through. And obviously we used the campfire for the fireplace. The chimney, however, kind of made by the same design, although I'm not too keen on it. I love that it's the same style kind of continued up through and at the top of the island, with the iron bars, the slabs, the stairs, and up top it looks as if someone has kind of like thrown together some sort of # repair. We've got fence posts of different kind of lengths, surrounded by the top by some dark oak stairs, and then going into some spruce wood trapdoors, and the smoke rising up perfectly, because we had a campfire a couple of blocks down below. Back inside and having a look at the roof, it's been a real struggle here, because this isn't your sort of traditional roof. It's the deck of a hull of a ship, if I said that right. I definitely need to add some sort of support beams, but I've just not really figured out how and where I'm going to locate them. But suspended from the deck we've got this pulley system again, with iron bar, fence post and lantern, and again this will be changed out to chains once the new Nether update comes out. Yeah, I didn't get caught with it that time. And again this is just sort of to represent the sail that's been repurposed, or this pulley system for the sail that's been repurposed. So besides some small seating areas within the tavern, there's an additional wing, with the idea of it being an exclusive members hideaway. First thing I notice hanging from the walls is the 2 treasure maps that we found. I've not decided whether to fill them out yet, or just keep them as they are. Because we've done a lot of terraforming in the area, I don't know whether to keep that as a kind of history, or a reference to the history of what the island looked like, or go with a more up-to-date version, which we're going to see on the bigger maps anyway. And then I've thrown in a couple of fletching tables, as well as a barrel, some bookcases, just to fill it out, but I've not really got an idea for how I'm going to kind of complete this build, and yeah, again, still a work in progress. Well, with all that said and done and everybody finally caught up, I think it's time we turn our attention to the new build, and just ignore the decaying trees. So eagle-eyed viewers would have spotted that I had built this little part during the flyby of that big part. I thought I would just jump ahead and get this done off camera because we'd seen enough flybys today. We really have. So this is the dock. Still need to get the wooden pillars going all the way down there for support, like this. I did not mean to jump into the water there. But that's going to require a whole load of terraforming for this part here, and we've just not got around to it yet. So the dock, or the pier, or whatever you want to call it, is made out of extinguished campfires. And then what I would think you would call the boardwalk is just slabs and trapdoors. But it leads us into this smaller hut, which is the blacksmith, like ship repairing dude, whatever you want to call it. This is the small little kind of hidey hole, wee kind of cubby. He sits in here and he watches the ships come in and he's like, oh, what do you need? And he goes away and he crafts it up, and they flick some levers, and they flick some tramp doors, and yeah, uses a smithing table, which has no real use until the update comes out, but we've got that in there anyway. And yeah, I thought, you know what, this is coming together. I was wanting to throw another one of these guys, but smaller and more kind of tent style, like over there, here, or maybe a little bit further out, but maybe add like one or two to the dock itself. But there's something missing, and I think we need to kind of address that now. So let me get some blocks and let's jump into the water. Okay, so we're all set up, and first thing I want to do is establish the size. To do that, I'm just going to put a couple of little dirt blocks in, just to kind of build us out a little bit more. And then we'll work on the edges. So there we have it, 25 blocks long, and we've established the length. Now we've just got to kind of plot out the rest of the shape, and then we can start building the hull. Okay, so we have our shape. Although I'm not too sure if this is too narrow or not. Nah, I think it looks fine. I mean, it is quite a slim ship. It is quite a small wee ship. Well, it's a two-man ship, really. Yeah, I think we're doing fine with that. Okay, so for the next part, we're going to need the stairs, dark oak stairs. And I'd already kind of used a whole bunch on that roof. So we've got a little bit now, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, I'm just trying to suss out size here because nope, it's almost night time. Give me a minute. There we go. Right, okay, so the ladder will technically be up this part, at least that's how I've planned it out. So that will be up a block as it goes round to about what? Yeah, that'll be fence post, space, maybe not even as far as this. No, that's about right there. And then on this side, there'll be a stair leading down into this level. And we'll establish the deck, or the height in the deck, by that there and then there. The deck won't be dark oak, I'm going to change it up, but this is all we've got for now. And yeah, I think, yeah, that'd be perfect. And then obviously as we reach a couple of points in, maybe a little bit further up, we'll put the cannon in. Yeah, probably cannon to go about here. And obviously that'll be mirrored on the other side. Speaking of mirrored on the other side, let me quickly mirror it. Okay, so we ran out of slabs, but we've established that this will be where the deck is, like the top part of the deck on this part. We'll be doing the wee overlooky bit, and then of course this back bit here will be covered up with the sort of canopy, which will probably start about a block above this one, and then go up maybe in a staggered diagonal. Oh yeah, I'll need to go up a little bit. Flatten off at the back, and then we'll need to work out the deck level for underneath here, and then I can bring the hull down. Okay, so another little progress report, and we've brought the hull down to the water level. I've not went any further than that. We've put up the canopy, although I'm not too keen on it, and the sail, well, they are going to be ruffled up. I'm sure that's what you call it, ruffled. Tuffled? They're up. And yeah, I'm not too keen on it. Turtles seem to like it, but Piggy's abandoned ship, and the sheep's jumped into lava. Yeah. Shape-wise though, I mean, he is a wee dumpy. He is, he's a wee dumpy, and he's got the longer, hold on, wait, bowsprit? This long pulley thingy that's probably going to go out about maybe a third of the ship's length. I'm sure I worked out a third. Something like that. Hey Piggy. Yeah, maybe a little bit longer, and obviously different material, but yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Slowly. 1, 2, and 3. With this guy here. And then we'll put that there, and that there. Bring them up. I will stack that there, and then we will do this and that. And hey presto, you got a cannon. Do that to the other side. Okay, not exactly perfect, but it's the best we've got. And with the addition of the cannons, as well as a little bit of extra work, we're starting to really take shape. There's still a lot of work to be done, but it is getting there. It's taking shape. I'm enjoying it. We've shrunk the dock by 1 grid, really. Bringing the supports on this side over 1 more again, just to kind of tighten it up a little bit. And yeah, it fits the build a little bit better. Doesn't need to be that big. So yeah, we were playing about with wool blocks and carpets beforehand for the canopy, and I decided that it wasn't working. It wasn't working at all. So we switched it out and we went with quartz, slabs and stairs, which, hence the extra levels, and even gave the Captain's Fortune a little bit of mending. So standing out in the long pulley thingy, you can see that we've got our mast up. The grindstones are the pulley system, they're in place. The sail has been all ruffled up. We've got the crow's nest. Possibly thinking of putting a flag up there, I'm not too sure yet. And yeah, I think it's all come together quite well. I mean, we've even got our first mate. Meet Shelley. Still have no idea how I'm going to do a wheel though. Like, no idea whatsoever. And just like that, we're finished. I have finally finished the sloop, and I'm not going to lie, I am so proud of it. I'd built this little off part here, just kind of incorporating the land that was already there, breaking it up a little bit more and making it a little pathway leading on over to one of my really wonky jungle trees, which is meant to be a palm tree. But yeah, rickety wheel bridge that's all kind of falling apart, the pig sailing in a boat, you know, the dolphin coming to greet us. Yeah. Oh, just look at that. That is epic. Now, I'm not too keen on this part here. I do want to add a figurehead. I just need to think of a design, but yeah, I'm really happy with this. Really, really, really happy. Let me show you around. So as we make our way across the dock, you can see I've not really finished this bit off yet. I need to get some ideas, but yeah, this is the sloop. So we've got our cannons, we've got our grindstones, which is the sails, we've got a wee flag at the top, which is quartz, slabs and a block. We've got the crow's nest. I've redesigned the sails themselves to make them, yeah, just, oh, so happy with it. As we come up, we've got our anchor, which is quite basic, and I just settled for a lectern for the wheel. A little compass by the side of it, so we always know what way we're going. First mate Shelley, of course, has got the helm. Yar, the first recruit to me pirate crew. But as we make our way down the stairs, you'll see I've got some barrels scattered about. That'll be your TNT section. The End of Days, the title of the ship. I've just thrown a bed in there. I know it's usually just the ammo chest and stuff like that, but I just thought, you know, have a bed. Over here we've got the map, and I've just kind of taken another copy, which I'll need to stop doing because we've now got 3 dots appearing over there. I'll need to change that to the non-locator maps, but I'll do that another time. That's going to involve charting out a whole new map of the same area, and yeah, not right now. And in good old Sea of Thieves fashion, we've fastened a lifeboat to the back of the ship. This was just something I thought of randomly, and yeah, it's just a dark oak slab with a lifeboat placed on top of it. Simple yet effective. For here I've got the additional storage, as well as the kind of captain's table where he sits there and he can update his wee journal and plot his course over there on the map. And yeah, I'm trying to capture the authenticity of the ship, but at the same time just add one little flair. But yeah, downstairs is by far my favourite part. So first thing you'll see is we've got water. I thought this just captured Sea of Thieves. You walk downstairs and your ship's sinking. Oh, and we're splashing. But yeah, we went with some signs, obviously as to act as boards. So I've put the fence post in behind it just to kind of allow the sign to kind of catch. We've got some barrels, some additional storage. We've got the brig, we've got the keg, we've got the smoker, which would just be like the wee stove they've got. In the back we've got some additional storage. I've tried to kind of plot everything out as where a chest would be, but then I've kind of just taken one wee spin on things, and yeah, I think it really, really came together. I'm so happy with it. But yeah, one thing I hadn't mentioned before is why we decided to go with the sloop instead of the other two ships. As you'll know if you've played the game, you've got the choice of the Galleon, Brigantine and sloop, but we chose the sloop, and the reason behind that was based on a night I had with Gizmo. If you haven't checked his channel, go and check him out. But we were playing a game of Sea of Thieves, we had a sloop, and I swear to you, we got hit with absolutely everything that could hit us. Between the PvP, Krakens, Megalodons, skeleton ships, we get hit with everything, but our little sloop survived. Although it was in some state by the time we get back to the outpost. But by the end of the night, we had decided that we'd call the ship the End of Days, and that has been the main inspiration for this build today. But yeah guys, I think I'm just going to leave this one here. So happy with the End of Days and the fact that we finally built a ship. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. It's really... This was a lot of work to make the ship, to get the design, to get the shape, to get all the detail. We still need to work on the bowsprit and the figurehead, but I can get that in time. We've got the tavern over there, all this extra terraforming, the dock itself. I still want to add in a couple of little kind of outposts darted around the dock itself just to busy this place up. Maybe do one over in this bit of land over there. And we've still got a lot of terraforming to do with that island over there, with the other islands over there. We still need to think of a plan for that one. That's just my undesirable tree farm now. But yeah, to show my point, I've actually put in an additional map in the tavern. It might be temporary, I'm not too sure yet, but we've stuck it in there now, and as you can see, just under the water, we've still got the existing landmass that needs to be removed and brought back down towards, well, we've got a lot of blending to do. That's the best way to put it. We've got a lot of blending to do. But no more blending for today because I am knackered. It's been a long week. It's taken many days to film this episode, and I'm at a point now where, yeah, this is done. This one is done. A lot's happened. There's still a lot to do, but the important thing to remember is that Rome wasn't built in a day, and this thing is just going to keep on growing, and eventually, possibly in the nearer future than you think, I think it's time to stretch your legs and maybe take on another project. Like I said, there's still a lot to do in this project, but I'm going to get to the point where I quickly burn out. A little bit like that llama. Just... Oh, he's straight. No, he's back. He's back. Okay. Bad example. But I am really liking the look of over there. I really am. And I've been thinking, and I've been planning, and I've been trying to figure out a little design. But I think that's going to be our Tortuga. And just because I'm such a glutton for punishment, in between the two land masses and that nice big bit of open sea, I'm thinking of building a galleon, baby. But that's all for the future, and we'll see where we go. There's been a lot of work. There's been a lot done off camera. There's been a lot done on camera, and yeah, this one is done. We've made some good progress, and I can't wait to see where we get next episode. But thank you all again for watching. I think me and Papa here are going to go out and get some grog and make some bad decisions, and I hope to see you all again in the next video. Take it easy, everybody.